Yeah, it was good, everybody. It's J Dub, and I'm back with it. And I just got done watching this game again with the Giants. And, it goes back what I was saying last week, man. Maybe I should have just found something else to do besides watch football this week, But, this was an important game for us to try to win and get on the win column. But, here we go again. You know, Something always happens to where it puts us behind the eight ball. We didn't have a kicker today, so we couldn't play strategically and take the points that the Washington Commanders were giving us as far as field goals and extra points when we did actually score. So that became the determining factor of the game as far as the points go. There's plenty of other things that we can talk about. Like Malik Neighbors dropping that fourth down catch. Our defense pretty much bending and not breaking to the 10th degree, to where you know the Commanders pretty much took all the field goals that we gave them once they got down to down to the red zone. And we our defense actually played good red zone defense, but Commanders like, okay, fine, we'll take the 3 points the whole game. And we didn't have a kicker to really kind of make them pay for that. Not being able to put touchdowns on the board. Because it's just we just find a way to put ourselves in a bad position. And then with us being a conservative football team, we need, you got to have a kicker on the team to kind of get you to take the points that the other team is giving us. So we had to go for it on fourth down every play. We had to go for two whenever we scored. It was just it was just a recipe. It was just a kind of a slow. It's kind of death by a thousand cuts. I mean, our offense looked decent throughout the day. We were getting down the field. We had our 3 and outs. We had our series that we didn't quite get. Get to stay on schedule and pretty much complete the drive. But we had 3 touchdowns today. We had one to Malik Neighbors, one to Devin Singletary on the run, and then we got Wandale touchdown. So I mean, our offense looked like actual a competent NFL offense this week. So, and good, that could be due to it being the Commanders, but we actually look competitive. I don't feel as bad as the Minnesota loss. With the Minnesota loss last week, because Minnesota beat the Niners today. So Minnesota's legit. So that loss to them doesn't look as crazy as it did, because they're actually a good team and they're pretty solid overall. They have Sam Darnold's looking good as a quarterback. They got a good receiving core. They got a good defense. They got a good offensive line. So they're pretty solid. They're 2-0 right now. So looking back, that wasn't as egregious of a loss, because we were playing a better team. It wasn't as even as we we came into the season thinking. But this game was an evenly matched game, or we could even say that we were the better team. But we didn't have a kicker. But they had a confident quarterback in Jane Daniels, who's going to be good. He's going to be a problem going down the road for the next 10 years, because he looked pretty good his rookie in his home start. He was making all the right plays. He was getting the ball. He wasn't making a whole lot of mistakes. He's super dynamic out in the open field. He can just take off and run and stretch the defense out. So he showed so much promise, and I was impressed with him, and just the Commanders overall with playing a sound conservative game. And taking those field goals, receivers catching the ball, the running back doing their job and getting positive yards, offensive line playing pretty decent. We were putting some pressure on them, but they were holding up well enough to where they could make some plays happen. Their defense, they gave us 3 touchdowns, but they did enough as well to keep us from having too many successful drives. So they played a good game. Washington Commanders are looking at this season like, okay, we can do something a little bit, as far as like we're moving in the right direction. But I can't say that about my Giants right now. We got a lot of things we got to figure out. We got to figure out this defense. The defense kind of let us down today. overall. Granted, they didn't give up no touchdowns, but they gave up a lot of yards. They gave up a lot of They gave Washington a lot of opportunities to kind of do a lot. So it's just kind of a worry moving forward. When we play better teams, we got Cleveland, Dallas, Seattle coming up, and still haven't played. Still got to play the Eagles. We still got to play. The only game that I'm seeing that, or only two games I feel okay about is when we played the Commanders in New York, and in the Munich game against the Panthers, and that might be just for the number one overall pick ball. We're playing for the number one pick, and then whoever loses wins type deal. So that could be a loss on purpose. That could be a tank loss. You never know. So it's gonna be a rough season. I don't know how we're gonna get these wins. But it is what it is, and I think we gotta look at our team and say we gotta make some. We gotta get a high pick in the next draft in order for us to kind of propel ourselves to the next level. But I mean, I'm overall, moving forward. I'm happy with Malik Neighbors. He had a big day. He had 10 catches and like 130 some yards. I had him on my fantasy team, so he did his thing. But that one catch, you got to make that one catch on fourth down. You have to. That is the catch that decides the game. That's what it came down to. Despite everything that happened, the not having a kicker, us going forward on every fourth down, us going for two on everything and not converting on the 2-point conversions, all that stuff going on in the game, our defense bending and not breaking to death, all those things happened, and it came down to one play on fourth down when Daniel Jones got the ball where it needed to go to Malik Neighbors, and he fumbled it, and it's too bad, but that's a welcome to the NFL moment for Malik Neighbors. As far as those are the plays you got to make. You can have as good a day as you want. You can make 20 catches. You got to make that. There's always that one catch at the end when the game is on the line that you got to make. That even if that could have been your only catch of the game, but that's the one that matters. So I think just based on how he was looking on the sideline, because he didn't like that at all. He was not happy, not a happy man. But that's good. That's good. He's gonna evolve from this. It's gonna be something that he's gonna keep in his mind every time that he gets himself in this situation that he has to make these plays. He's gonna. I think this is gonna be a turning point for him as far as elevating himself to that next level of being a premium wide receiver in the NFL for years to come. So, there's a lot of things to look at overall coming from this game. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't know where the win is going to come from. We're just going to have to just weather the storm throughout the season and just be faithful, and just trust the process. Just to take from the Philadelphia 76ers, of us trying to figure out pretty much how we can build this football team and back into a contender. That could be something that we gotta figure out, down the road of just making good draft picks, making trades, whatever. But but from the looks of it, I don't know where we're gonna get the wins from. So I don't know. This ain't gonna be it's gonna be a bumper ride this year overall, like I've been saying, So I'm not gonna be on here crying and boo-hooing about what I expected as a football season. But hopefully we get some good wins this year, and kind of rise to the occasion. Because most of these games we're going to be the underdog. It is what it is. So, but anyway, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in with me. Click the like, subscribe, alerts to check in with me whenever I post reactions and some of the other videos I'm going to start working on. I'm going to start doing some different stuff besides sports, besides, the NFL, the Giants. I'm going to try to do more about the other teams because I had a great fantasy day, by the way. I had one of my better fantasy days in fantasy mornings, I've had in a long time. So shout out to Alvin Kamara for that. So I feel pretty good about fantasy wise my team's going moving forward. So man, it ain't gonna be a complete loss of a football season, but it's just tough to see my Giants being playing like this and not being a good football team. Going into this, going moving forward. Hopefully, they can do something magical and prove me wrong. But I'm not gonna sit here and talk like we're gonna have a lot of wins this year or that many wins. I'm just gonna be looking at college football and see who will be the best pick for us to pick in the draft, because we need to be thinking about getting a top 3 pick this year. So anyway, I'll salute y'all. Peace out, man. Tap in with me whenever y'all see me, and y'all have a great Sunday. Peace.